All right, what is up, Utah fans? This is Joseph back with the Big 12 Football Digest. And today we are looking at Utah's newest commit for the class of 2025, Mone Fangupo. I'm excited to dive in and give this guy a look. Before we get into all that, guys, we're going to watch the film. We're going to, take a deep dive on him as a prospect. Before we do that, make sure you guys smash that like button. That's going to help get the video out to more Utah fans, out to more Big 12 fans. It means a lot to me. Also, comment down below as we go through all the details. Let me know what you guys think about this kid. And as always, I'm going to call it balls and strikes, right? If I see an area he's doing really well in, I'm going to mention that. If I see an area that I think he could greatly improve in, I'm going to go ahead and mention that. So just know that as I break it down, so no harm intended, but also I want to hear what you guys are thinking. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We put out a ton of Utah Utes content. We put out a ton of Big 12 content, whatever you're into, Big 12 related and college football related. We put out a lot of content. Also, the show is a part of the 1012 Network. The 1012 Network, sponsored by Charlie Hustle. Use code 1012 Network. So that's TEN 12 Network at charliehustle.com for 15% off any non-sale items. Great stuff. Again, that's code 1012 Network at charliehustle.com for 15% off. And without any further ado, let's dive in and take a look at Mone Fangupo. Okay, guys, and you can see on the screen here, Mone Fangupo, 6'1", 280 pounds. I believe at the moment he's listed at like 286 according to his Twitter, but right in that range. He's listed as a center, I believe. We'll check the film, but I think he's listed as a center. You can see here, not a super highly ranked 3-star, an 80 that's kind of borderline to be a 3-star. On the composite ranking, slightly higher. He goes from the 53rd player in Utah to the 31st player in Utah. But overall, a little underwhelming on the grade. Let's hope the tape is more impressive than the grading, because we're going to watch his film and we're going to break him down. I'm going to comment on it. And then you can see here he had an offer from Utah State, an offer from Carroll College. And then, last second, he flips over to Utah from Utah State. So always good to keep the in-state kids in. And no further ado, let's go ahead and watch the film and check him out. Okay, guys, and here we are, number 55. He's going to be in the middle of your screen here. He's playing center in all the film for his junior year highlight. This is his junior year highlight, and he is in the class of 2025, so he's going to be a part of the team this upcoming year. That means he did play his senior year. His senior year was broken down by game, and there wasn't a highlight reel that I was able to find. So we're going to watch the highlights from his junior year, but I did watch some of the senior year film against the better competition he played, like Liberty and Corner Canyon, and I will give you guys some notes from that and my thought on that on top of the film we're about to watch. So let's go ahead and press play, and here we go. Check him out here. Engages the double team, rips to the second level, and drives this guy back. Really, really good look. Boom, makes the play. You got to love that. I mean, look at him just driving this kid into the dirt. I will make a note, though. I think it's something you'll see a little bit on the film here. Once he's locked in, right? Like you watch this play, like we freeze framed it, and he's going toe to toe with this guy, looks significantly bigger than this guy. But once they connect, just kind of a standstill, and then his power kicks in and he drives the guy into the ground. What I'm wondering, and you'll see it again on this play, because he's where he needs to be, and once he's locked up, he can make some, he can do some damage, and he can drive guys. You will see it a lot on the film here, but take a look here, locks him up. And the guy doesn't move at all. You know what it is? You want to see a guy like this. He's got the weight. He's got some athleticism. I want to see that point of contact. I want to see these guys hurt when you crack them. But once he locks up, like right here, he is driving this kid, takes him nearly 10, 15 yards past the line of scrimmage, and does it again right here. Check him out. We'll watch these two back, but just driving kids into the dirt 10+ yards down the field. I mean, just ridiculous. This is a big nasty kid, and when he does lock you up and get his hands on you, you're gonna have a bad time. All right, check him out here, middle of the screen, center. Another just nasty highlight. Let's watch that one back. Boom. Gets his hands on the kid, drives him into the dirt. This is a really good one. He locks up number 70, takes him from the hash marks is when that block starts, all the way almost to the sideline. Check it out one more time. Locks him up, gets his hands on him, just starts driving him, almost takes him back to the bench. And his coach, I'm not going to crap on the kid, but the coach probably almost put him on the bench after that as well. Another great play right here. Check it out. So he hits the double team, does a little chip here, and then he's going to get second level, lock up this linebacker, and the linebacker doesn't disengage, doesn't break his hands, and tries to cheat off, and he's able to just drive this kid into the ground. It is very clear to me that once this kid gets his hands on you, you're going to have a bad time. I mean, look at this. This is a nice little play, dude. You like the nastiness here, just getting in on some action, right? Just get nothing to do. Boom. I'm just going to hit this kid. Love it. All right. So that is the junior season highlights for Mone Fangupo. And stick around. I'll give you my final thoughts on him, and I'll give you some thoughts on the senior film I saw. Okay, guys, I changed my mind a little bit. I wasn't going to show the senior film tape, but I decided, screw it. We'll go ahead and show one of the games. So I'm not going to stop this and rewind it a lot. I'm just going to show it. But this is him against Corner Canyon. And if you guys are familiar, Corner Canyon is, pretty clearly the best high school football school. Tons of talent. Not that obviously Skyridge is a very good school. That's who Mone plays for. But just letting you know, like this Corner Canyon school they're playing against, there's very good players on this team. So the players he has good plays against, it's very impressive to be doing so. Let's go ahead and watch here, guys. He is going to be grabbing dudes, driving them into the dirt. I think you see a more intense version of his ability to drive people than you saw last year, but I do think you still see, like right there, just driving guys into the dirt. There's a bunch of these clips of him just locking guys up and driving them into the dirt. Again, at the point of contact, I feel like there's still a little bit more to be desired, but he is driving kids into the dirt left and right against a very good high school football powerhouse in Corner Canyon. Another play, just drive. This number 93 was having a bad day against Mone, and I like that. Just get on top of him, finish him. He's got that mean mugging about him. Just you're gonna have a bad day if you're going up against him. So I like that. So yeah, I just wanted to show you guys that, because that's Corner Canyon. That's a really good high school football school here in Utah, or there in Utah. I don't live in Utah anymore. So all right, and now I'll give you guys my final thoughts. Okay, guys. So that was Mone Fangupo. In a second here, I'll give you guys my final thoughts, where I think he's doing really well, looks very dominant, and where I think he needs to improve. Before I do so, though, if you guys could like the video, especially if you made it this far, I'd appreciate it a lot. It goes a long way. Lets me know you appreciate the content, seems to help push the videos out there. Also, comment down below. Let me know what you guys think. That was a lot of film we just watched, so I'd love to hear your take and kind of how you're feeling. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We put out a ton of Utah football content, Big 12 football content. So if that's what you're into, make sure you stick around to the channel. Yeah, a lot of good here with Mone Fangupo. I think one big difference I saw, and don't forget, like I mentioned, Corner King is a very good high school football program. So that was him going against very good high school talent, and he looked really dominant. I mean, there was like six like just flattening dudes, right? So I think that's a good sign. And one thing I noticed was his ability to get them to the ground. Like his junior year, he was driving guys, but senior year, he was getting them to the ground quickly. It was like, yeah, I'm going to drive you, but within 2-3 yards of me driving you, I'm going to be so ferocious that you're not going to keep up and you're going to fall over. And there was a lot of that, right? There was a lot of that, some dominant play. But I think both years, as I mentioned a few times in the tape, you'd like to see just a little extra pop at that point of contact, right? A little extra athleticism, explosiveness. And I think that would have went a long way. I do think that his film is very good for an 83 star. I feel like an 83 star is quite a low 3-star. And I thought there was a lot of good film in there for Mone. And I don't think he's a guy that's going to see the field right away. He's only 6'1", 280. Hopefully he can gain another inch, maybe two of height before he sees the field. And then also probably pack on 20, 30 plus pounds, right? Really get that size on him. Because I think he looked solid as a pass blocker most in the few highlights we saw that. But his run blocking play was very impressive. And obviously that is a huge strength of what Utah does. With this new Jason Beck offense, I mean, they're going to run the ball like crazy. So this is a good guy to have on your roster. I'm excited to see how he develops over time. I would definitely expect him to redshirt this year, getting that 300, 310 range and then see the field and show what you can do and learn in the system for a couple of years. So I think it's a good fit for him. It's a good fit for Utah, and I'm excited to see how it goes. I'm going to get out of here, guys. Like the video, comment down below, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I'm out of here. Go Utes.